Alright, it's almost winter, so I'm going to do a quick video on how to install your winter tires. You can see from the last year, I always put a piece of tape on the tire and say where they came from on the vehicle. And all of these are directional tires, which is a bit of a pain because I got two new ones because there was some damage on my old ones. So I'm going to put those up front. They're maybe a month or two old, but they have that rotational direction because they're going on the front. I basically have to put them on where they came off. And here's the rear tire. Again, you can see that I put a piece of tape on, said where it was from, but it doesn't really matter because these ones are directional as well. So it pretty much has to go in the same location it came off of. And they're a little bit more worn out, but they're gonna go on the back and I'm gonna get another year out of them. And then I'll replace them at the end of the winter. Now these tires that are on here right now are not directional, so I could put them on anywhere I want in the spring when I put them back on, so having the tape will make a difference. And I'm using a 21mm socket, but you could use a tire iron, not a big deal, and you could use the jack that comes with your car. I obviously have a larger floor jack, and I'm going to use that because it's just easier to use and it's a lot faster. But before I change the tires, what I do first is I just lift the vehicle really quickly, and I'm going to check the tie rods, the ball joints, and the wheel bearings. And I'm going to try and shake the tire laterally, sort of left and right, and then vertically up and down, listening for any clicking noises or if there's excessive amounts of play. And all the tires are good, but I'm going to do that for every tire. After I do the quick check there, I'm going to lower the vehicle down and I'm going to loosen up all the wheel lug nuts with that 21mm socket, and then I'm going to raise the vehicle back up. And then once it's up in the air, I take the lug nuts off all the way, obviously, when the wheel's not touching the ground. And for the most part, I'm going to throw this video into fast motion. Obviously, this is a car, has 5 lug nuts. If you have a truck, it could have 6. Sometimes the wheel's a little bit stubborn and it's stuck on there. You may have to hit it on one of the sides just to get it to move. And before I put these tires away for the winter, I'm just going to give them an inspection and make sure that there's no uneven wear, there's no damage to them, or at least anything that I could see sort of with the naked eye. Give them a full inspection. They look pretty good. Good enough anyway. I'll get another season out of them for sure. And before I fully put it away, like I said, I'm going to put a piece of tape on it so I could know where it came from in the spring, and that way I could do a proper tire rotation. These ones aren't directional, and I bought them all at the same time, so I'm not going to put them on the front or the rear. It doesn't really matter. So I will do a proper tire rotation in the spring, and by knowing where it came from, I'll be able to do that. Now before I put the tire on, I'll just look at everything underneath the vehicle and just look for issues. Check the brake pads, check the tie rods, and just look for anything that looks a little bit off. It's a good time to do it. And then I will grab the winter tire. Again, these are often directional, so you want to know which way they need to rotate on your vehicle. And then I'll take the lug nuts and I will put them back onto the vehicle, obviously securing the rim to the vehicle. Now eventually I am going to start going into a cross patterns, so I'm not going to tighten them clockwise around the rim. Obviously you don't need to go crossways immediately, but once you get going on it, you do need to start going in a crisscross fashion. And I do use a torque wrench for this. It's not necessary, but I do go to 90 foot-pounds for all of the lug nuts. And obviously for the final tightening, I lowered the vehicle. Now in the rear, sort of the same thing. Raise the vehicle, try to move the tire in the horizontal plane and the vertical plane. Listen for anything that's clicking or if there's any looseness or play in the wheel. That might be an indication that you have a larger problem and you may want to take that to a garage. Then I'll take that 21mm again and loosen the lug nuts with the vehicle on the ground. I'll jack the vehicle back up. Then I will remove the lug nuts fully from the vehicle. This rim was obviously not stuck onto the vehicle, so it's sort of flopping around, so I have to hold it in place, but it comes off no different and quite frankly pretty easy to do. And once again, I'm going to check the tread on this thing for any uneven wear or any damage. Once I've done the inspection of my summer tires, I'm just going to take those lug nuts again and put them back on the vehicle, securing the winter tire onto the vehicle. And I do work in a crisscross pattern across the wheels, not going clockwise or counterclockwise. And once again, I don't snug the lug nuts all the way down. With the vehicle in the air, I lower the vehicle, then I take the torque wrench and I torque all of those down to 90 foot-pounds, and once again work in a crisscross fashion, tightening those lug nuts. Once the lug nuts are on, I just take that painter's tape and write down where I got that wheel from on the vehicle. In this case, it is the back driver's side. Moving around to the passenger side and putting everything in faster motion here. Raise the vehicle, do a quick tie rod, ball joint, and wheel bearing check. Lower the vehicle, loosen the lug nuts, raise the vehicle back up, and then fully remove the lug nuts from the vehicle. And when you're removing them, you don't have to work in a crisscross fashion. That's only when you're tightening things down. Once you get the wheel off, obviously check the tire for wear. Make sure there's nothing weird going on. Quick visual inspection under the vehicle. Check things like the brake pads and the brake rotors. Then grab that winter tire, put it on the vehicle, grab the lug nuts, and start tightening those lug nuts down one at a time. And once the lug nuts are semi-tight, or at least finger tight, I'll tighten them a little bit more with the breaker bar, then grab the torque wrench and tighten them all to 90 foot-pounds. Take the painter's tape and write down front passenger side on the tire. And then for the final tire, obviously this is the rear of the vehicle. Raise it up, check the ball joints, check the wheel bearing, make sure there's no play or clunking in the lateral and vertical plane, lower the vehicle, loosen the lug nuts, jack the vehicle back up, and then remove the lug nuts fully, remove the wheel from the vehicle, and check the tire treads for wear. Check the steering and suspension components as well as the braking components, then grab that winter tire and take the lug nuts and put them back on. Once again, putting the lug nuts on hand tight initially, eventually working in a crisscross fashion with the lug nuts. Then I'll grab the breaker bar and tighten them a little bit more. Then I'll lower the vehicle, take the torque wrench, and then torque the lug nuts down to 90 foot-pounds. Grab my painter's tape and write down where this wheel was from, even though it's pretty obvious at this point which wheel is where. Now I'm going to take my tire pressure gauge and I'll get a reading of the tire pressure that I'm running in these things since they were sitting for the last year. And generally speaking, they're pretty good. They're in the 30 psi to 32 psi, except for this one, which is the front driver's side, which is way down at about 26 or 27. So I do need to put a little bit of air in these tires, but that's not part of this video. Anyway, thanks for checking out this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.